Lesson 133. I will not value what is valueless.
Hi there. Let's talk about some practical benefits we can gain from this course today. After exploring many theoretical ideas, it can be helpful to focus on how this course in miracles can help us in practical terms. We often ask too little of life and settle for material things that the world values, but these ultimately lead us to sorrow instead of happiness. This course doesn't attempt to take away what little we have, or replace worldly satisfactions with utopian ideals. There are no real satisfactions in the world. Instead, let's consider the real criteria by which we can test all things we think we want, so we can choose wisely and pursue what truly matters. We can't make the laws that govern our choices, but we can choose wisely by learning the laws we set in motion when we have to choose and the alternatives we have. As we've already seen in this course, in truth we can only choose between two options, even though it may appear that there are many. Each choice brings us either everything or nothing. There is no compromise, there is no in-between. Therefore, if we learn how to distinguish everything from nothing, we can make the best choice. First, if we choose something that won't last forever, what we chose is valueless. A temporary value is no value at all. Time can never take away a value that is real. Anything that fades and dies was never there in the first place and won't give us anything. Let's not be deceived by something that looks appealing but doesn't actually exist. Next, if we choose to take something away from someone else, we'll have nothing left. This is because when we deny their right to everything, we deny our own. We won't be able to recognize the things we really have and think they don't exist. Those who try to take away from others have been deceived by the illusion that loss can offer gain. Yet loss must offer loss and nothing more. They will only lose. This is worth repeating: loss offers only loss. Third, and most importantly, we need to think about why our choice is important to us and what purpose it serves. Our ego often fails to recognize what it really wants, as it doesn't even perceive truth as it is, for it needs to keep appearances to protect its goals and show its innocence. But the camouflage of our ego can deceive only those who allow themselves to be deceived. Its goals are obvious when we look closely, but what usually happens is that not only do we allow ourselves to be deceived, but we also deceive ourselves believing we have served the ego's hidden goals. Finally, the hardest criterion to believe is that if we feel any guilt about our choice, we have allowed the ego's goals to come in the way of the real alternatives. We must remember that there are only two options, and if we don't realize that, we might perceive the alternatives as fearful and dangerous when they are just nothing. All things are either valuable or valueless, worthy of our efforts or not. If we keep this in mind, choosing is not difficult at all. Complexity is just a smokescreen that hides the fact that the decision is easy. Why is it important to learn this? It's not just to make choices easily and without pain. Heaven is reached with empty hands and open minds. We come with nothing so that we can find everything and claim it as our own. We are striving to reach this state of heaven today. We put aside any self-deceptions and we proceed with an honest willingness to value what is truly valuable and real. Today, let's spend 2 extended practice periods of 15 minutes each. Begin with this.
I will not value what is valueless, and only what has value do I seek, for only that do I desire to find.
I will not value what is valueless, and only what has value do I seek, for only that do I desire to find.
I will not value what is valueless, and only what has value do I seek, for only that do I desire to find.
Then, be open to receive what awaits all those who approach the gates of heaven unburdened, and they will swing open for you. Today, if you feel you are starting to collect some needless burdens or have difficult decisions to make, be quick to respond with this simple thought.
I will not value what is valueless, for what is valuable belongs to me.
I will not value what is valueless, for what is valuable belongs to me.
I will not value what is valueless, for what is valuable belongs to me.
How does this sound to you? Don't you think these are powerful tools that can guide us in making important decisions in our daily lives? Great job so far. See you tomorrow for another powerful lesson.
If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment. Thanks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's a new lesson every day.